Hi there, I am Sarah Colas. Welcome to the Dressing Up podcast, where we talk about all things bridal, dresses, and general dressing up topics. I love to encourage women to dress up while expressing their personal style with confidence on how to do so. Visit sarahcolas.com to book a bridal alterations fitting or even inquire about designing the custom couture bridal gown of your dreams. I'm so excited to talk to you about this next topic. Let's get started. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode. We have Kelsey here with Magnolia Laine in Northville, Michigan. Magnolia Laine is part of the White Magnolia Collection, a luxury bridal boutique brand with 15 locations nationwide. So a little bit about Kelsey. She is the manager of the Detroit boutique since its opening in December of 23. She has a background in fashion design, retail buying, and sales, which is perfect for this role. She is a Michigan native, loves music and travel, and was a bride herself recently.
Yes, I was.
Welcome, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. We love you, obviously. So happy to be here.
I do alter a lot of the dresses from this shop, so it's really exciting to be here today.
She did my dress too.
Well, I did Kelsey's dress too, which you had a fabulous wedding. Where was it at?
It was in New Orleans. It was so much fun. I can't believe it's already almost been a year. It does not seem like time has went that fast.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
It just seems to speed up. So just quickly, you want to say some exciting things happening with Kelsey as well. You have a new little one coming.
Yes. I was like, wait, what's exciting?
I'm like, did you forget?
Yeah, we have a little girl on the way. Yeah. So things will change here a little bit. I will definitely be slower in appointments.
Yeah.
Not be able to fluff as many trains towards the end.
Get our squats in.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. That's so exciting. I love that. Okay, so you recently went to the Chicago Bridal Market.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you seeing? What's the new latest trends that everyone should look out for?
So I feel like the last couple years, the trend was like minimalist, like as minimalist as possible, like slinky little slip dresses, simpler, the better. This year is the complete opposite. It is maximalist. It is like the biggest ball gowns possible. It's all the detail from head to toe, like lace ball gowns, beading, sparkle, big veils. Like girls are bored with the simple and are running in the opposite direction. So expect a lot of ball gowns, expect a lot of detail in these next couple of years. Like the kind of like super simple dresses are out.
Yes. I love that. I feel like that's kind of happening in home decor too.
Yeah.
Where we're so sleek and clean for a while. Now we're getting maximalist.
I think people got bored. They were like, okay, let's
color
this, that.
We need pattern. Style.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's happening. So it's coming.
It's coming. Be ready. Okay. Fantastic. So what are we gravitating towards as far as silhouettes and fabrics and accessories?
I would say veils are 50-50 these days. Like I actually have to ask a girl like if she's going to use a veil or not. You know, it used to be for sure like let's put on the veil, that's the moment. But at the end I ask girls now, I'm like, are you going to wear a veil? And like 50% of the time it's a no. They want to accessorize with gloves or just hold their bouquet, do capes, like something different than the veil now. So that's kind of like on the way out or not on the way out. If they do a veil, they want like the biggest, most dramatic, like craziest veil ever. As far as silhouettes, ball gowns, it used to be like fit and flares, or the A-line was really popular last year. Just a super simple A-line with not too much poof, but now like more crinoline layers, as big as possible, make my waist look as tiny as possible. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of like where it's going.
How has that been as a bridal stylist having to lug around larger dresses than before?
Also too, like even the ball gowns aren't big enough. So then we're adding like another petticoat under there to like show them how it could be even bigger. So yeah, it's been a lot. Yeah, it's fun. Because that, like I said, it was really simple for a really long time. So having girls come in and be like, I want everything. It's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I love that. I have noticed that too about the veils. There are a lot more people this year that have done no veil at all. But I will tell you, there are some girls that come in for alterations and they're like, nope, I'm not doing a veil at all. And I'm like, okay, are you sure? Because this is a once in a lifetime chance to wear a veil. If you're ever going to wear a veil, it's now. And then right before the wedding, they usually like buy one real quick and end up throwing it on for a few photos or just walking down the aisle. Or like you said, you're having a gigantic veil and you want the poof and you want the blusher.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny how it's one or the other.
The blushers for sure, with like a bunch of detail and trim and all that. Or like I feel like girls will be like, I don't want a veil, I don't want a veil. And mom will be like, just put one on at the end. And then we put one on and they cry in it. And like, okay. You were meant to have it. Yeah.
Yes, right. There is something about it. That's nice. How are you doing on Sizing the big ball gowns. So what I've noticed is popular, and it sounds like it's going to continue into next year, is the big strapless ball gowns, the very, very heavy dresses that are strapless. I feel like people are always shocked when they get to alterations how tight I want it to fit.
Yeah.
So it's not falling down on you and you're not pulling it up all night. How are you going about doing sizing on that? Because it is scary.
It is. And I think a lot of girls come in like, I don't want strapless because I don't want to pull it up all night. And I'm like, you've never been in a dress like this before. You know, like the dresses we order online are not the same as a wedding dress. Like it will stay up. And if anything, it's going to feel tight. Like it's going to stay. I do think it's always nicer kind of to have either an A-line or a ball gown because you're not dealing with a hip measurement.
Yes.
In a fitted dress,
yep.
Like no one's perfectly proportional. Like no one's going to add up. So we're looking at split sizes. We're looking at one area always being too big versus just the waist and the bust measurement kind of always gets them a little closer. But yeah, sizing, I just always tell them like when this comes in, it's going to feel tight. It's going to feel snug. You're going to panic, but like that's how it's supposed to fit. You're just not used to it yet. So I always remind them before they try it on. I'm like, okay, like remember it's going to feel really tight, and they put it on, and like I'm always like, you know, in 30 minutes it's going to feel completely different. And by the time they're putting on their veil and like they're getting ready to get out of it, they're like, oh yeah, this is comfortable.
I need to give you a really big round of applause for that, Kelsey, because that is what I love about the way you're doing sizing. A lot of your dresses that come to me already fit very well, but I know that you've probably had to have all those conversations with them for them to not get very nervous. It's so natural to go pick up your wedding dress and it feels a little bit tight, but like you said, it's going to stretch out that tiny bit and it's going to stretch out more on the wedding day. So I like for them to start super, super tight. And I think it's super helpful to have someone like you putting them at ease right before they put the dress on and reminding them it's going to be tight. If it feels like it's almost too tight, then it's perfect.
Yeah. When I picked up too, I had the same panic, but then I remember I talked to you and you were like, it's...
Oh yeah, it was the hip area.
Yes. And you were like, it's going to be fine by the time you come to alterations. And I came to alterations and you were like, it's perfect.
Yeah. Trust the process, everybody. Trust
it helps being a bride and having to wear the dress the whole day to know like it's different than any other dress you're ever going to wear. Like it's not the same fit.
And it's better quality.
Yes.
It's made better. And yes, you don't want to be pulling a strapless dress up all night. So trust the process. Trust Kelsey's sizing. She does a great job.
We like them tight.
Yes, we like it tight. So Kelsey, can you tell us a little bit about the entirety of Magnolia Laine and all the other locations you have and how the Detroit store might be a little bit different? Explain to us more about the Magnolia brand.
So Magnolia Laine was started off of the White Magnolia. So the White Magnolia was the first company started. It actually started because the Atlanta store had way too much overflow. They couldn't fill appointments anymore. So one of our owners, Carrie and Mallory came up with the idea to start Magnolia Laine, which the idea was to be a lower price point than the White Magnolia, just to kind of break up the two groups, like kind of attract a different market down there, have two stores. That way girls with a certain price point could go to one and girls with another price point could go to another, and then be able to fill everybody that's trying to get an appointment. So that's how it started, and it just kind of did really well and wanted to open another one. And then we actually started offering the opportunity to franchise. And then that's just kind of been a whole nother thing. So we have 7 locations altogether, 5 are franchises. The Detroit location was the first franchise to open.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. So it's been really interesting because Detroit is just not anywhere in the South where all the other stores are. So it was really interesting to see like what our brides were going to want, how it was going to go. And it's been going great. We are a little different than the South, but I mean, a lot of things still add up. So.
Wow. Okay. That's great. So the White Magnolia offers franchise options.
The White Magnolia is just privately owned by Carrie and Mallory. So I guess they had just a lot of people ask about franchising the White Magnolia. And when Magnolia Laine opened, they just decided this would be a great branch to start franchising. And then it just kind of spread as things went. Like it's not even a price point thing anymore. It's just a franchise thing now. So whoever wants to open one, if they're the right fit, it's in the right area, if they seem like really motivated, entrepreneur minded, like ready to handle the bridal world, like it's so fun. And it would be such a fun business to open.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that they chose a location here. This is just beautiful. It's a beautiful shop. We're in a historic building here, right? Do you know the history on where we are right now?
I don't know a ton about this building. I know it was historic. And then I know Elizabeth Bridal owned it for like 33 years. So it was already a bridal salon when we were ready to come in. We just did a lot of renovations. But yeah, I mean, it was already kind of set up, ready for us to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when the White Magnolia decided to start Magnolia Lane and do the franchising here, how did the Detroit location come about?
So Elizabeth, who is the family that owns the Detroit location, was actually the first one to reach out about franchising to Carrie. She is actually cousins to Carrie. She was really interested in bridal, had been talking to her about it for a really long time. So then when Carrie announced that they were going to franchise, she was the first one in there. She just really thought Detroit and Northville really needed like an elevated bridal salon. Like there was a hole missing. So she was super excited about it, and they started the process, started opening, and then she unfortunately passed away from breast cancer before it was able to open. But the store is still open in her honor. I mean, it's been so nice to like be able to do that for the family still, and it's done so well. Yeah, that it's just like a really big part of our story.
Yeah, and I think she would be very proud to see how it's
Yeah.
standing now.
Yeah, almost 2 years later, it's completely different, and we love our brides. It's been so great. Northville's been such a welcoming community.
That's fantastic. And tell us about being in October and the breast cancer awareness.
Yes. So obviously, especially since she was Carrie's cousin, breast cancer is just like something that's really near and dear to the company's heart. So all locations, all 15 locations, part of our proceeds go to Mediviver in October. So yeah,
Wow,
so a big
that's
portion of our sales will
fantastic.
go there, and it's just something we do every October. We do a pink weekend. So I think coming up in a couple weekends, the whole staff will wear pink. It'll be like pinked out in here because we really believe in that cause.
That is fantastic. So, Kelsey, having your fashion design and retail buying experience, which
Hmm.
is so perfect for the role you have now, how do you feel that the Midwest and or Michigan and or Northville culture plays a part in what the brides are wanting in this store?
I did fast fashion buying before this for 4 years, and the bridal industry I thought was going to be really different, but it's more of the same. Like the first trend kind of starts way up at the top and then it trickles down, and that's what you start seeing at market. Like, I feel like market's influenced by like celebrities. They have a wedding, and then you go to the next market and they have every version of that
Yeah.
style of dress.
Yeah.
And I mean, in different areas, it varies a little different. Like Florida really likes like a blush or a nude underneath, whereas like the Midwest is ivory. Like
Ivory
we only
everything.
want to do
Okay.
ivory. Or like I feel like some of the other areas are a little more open to sheer, and we like our things lined. So I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
still just like some version of whatever's going on in high fashion, just like in a slightly different way. But yeah, so I mean, it's the same like everywhere in the fashion world. Like it starts somewhere and trickles down, and that's how the brides get there.
Yeah. I wonder how true it is. I've done a lot of thinking about what the Michigan bride wants versus some other areas of the country. I feel like a Michigan bride really values being timeless.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true around the country, but I feel like that's something that's very important to brides here that you want to look back, which I don't fully agree with this, brides. I mean, you can branch out, have fun,
Yeah.
but I feel like it seems important to people to want to look back at their photos in 5 or 10 years and not look completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because our moms got married in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's when things were very loud
Very trendy.
and had a moment. And maybe we're trying not to mimic such a finite moment in time. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I can see that.
in every appointment, almost always the mom's dress, like a picture is pulled up.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's like a little traumatizing to our brides, and they're like, I need to love it in 40 years.
Yeah.
But then we always ask the mom, we're like, do you still love your dress? And they're like, yeah. So like, even if it is a little bit more trendy, like that's okay. If that's
Yeah.
what you want, then
Yeah.
get it.
Think about what makes you so incredibly happy, excited, and beautiful in the moment, the age that you are now, the wedding that you're having. What gets you excited? Who cares if it looks trendy in a
For
few
sure.
years from now? I think just go for it. Because I think what you're going to do too is look back at your wedding photos. And Kelsey, you might think this too. And I look back at my wedding photos and think about how I felt.
Hmm.
Not like necessarily what I was wearing, although of course it was all about the dress, but the feeling that you're going to feel from those photos and how beautiful and excited you were in that moment is going to shine through.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I'll always love my dress, and it probably was trendy. Like.
It's so hard to get away from that, but I mean, your wedding photos were so good
Thank
though.
you.
They
Thank
were so good. I
you.
was just like, oh my God, like you looked like literally a model.
Thank
So,
you.
oh
The
my
one day I gotta feel that
gosh,
way.
gotta live it up. That's great. So tell us about the experience of shopping here. Because I know as a bride, the dress is so, so, so important, but the experience of buying your dress is almost just as important. What's that like here? Can you kind of walk us through that?
Yeah, I mean, we are smaller, and I have learned less is sometimes more. You don't need thousands of dress options because you'll never
Yes.
be able to choose.
You get exhausted.
Yeah, so I mean, we do really do a good job of like curating a collection of not too many dresses to not overwhelm you. We also do private suites. So there's no sharing mirrors, there's no open floor plan. You get your own room. So no matter what, you have your own mirror, your group, the door's closed, which is really nice because I've been to a couple different experiences. And I mean, it's great either way, but some girls do love just like a private room. Also, like you get your stylist, we're not running other appointments, we're not doing anything else. You have our full undivided attention the whole appointment. And we also were there for you. I would say like we're not very salesy. Like it is just about like I want to find you a dress, but I want to find you a dress you love. Like I'm not here to sell you in anything you don't like. If anything, that's more problems for me on the back end. Like I want you to love what you pick and I want to be there to help you, but if not, like at least you had a great time. Like you walked away and you were like that was so much fun. That's my main goal at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I also want to expand on your private suites here because it is very unique that you have this very big room to yourself, but you also have a little changing room within that room. So you can have your family and friends there in the room with you, but you can have a little bit of privacy to like actually change, but it works out so well.
Yeah. I mean, our setup is a house, which is already like kind of different than everywhere I've seen, but it worked out perfectly because the bedrooms are now your little room to do your thing.
Yeah. And they're big bedrooms.
Yeah.
Obviously not bedrooms anymore, but it's really cool to see that kind of history being still brought in years later. Okay, so what are some things that most brides don't realize go on behind the scenes of running a bridal boutique?
I think it's just so much of the back end work. Like, I'm with you the whole way, even if you don't see the emails that are sent. Like, a lot of girls will choose to customize, which just means like the designer will make changes to the dress for you in production. Like, if there's something they don't like, or if they want to plunge closed or want to make changes, a lot of our designers will do that. And I mean, it helps that I have a fashion design background because I feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes it can be scary, but I'm like, no, this is going to turn out great.
Yeah.
So when the dress is being ordered, like pictures are being sent back and forth, I'm communicating for, like, I'm advocating for you to make sure everything turns out perfectly. Also, like making sure every deadline is hit, checking in the dresses, looking it over to make sure everything's perfect. We always like buffer your timeline when ordering. So like if anything's wrong, that dress is still on in time. So we have no late dresses. It's a lot of like just like maintaining and making sure everything's like right where it should be so that on your end, not even knowing, it's just a completely seamless process. Like all you knew is you picked up and it looks great.
Yes. There's so much more than just clicking a button to order that dress.
Exactly. There's a lot of communication, and that's what we're here for doing every day. Also helping with alterations, like recommending, making sure everything goes smoothly there. I mean, all the way up until I see your wedding photos, I'm going to make sure everything went great.
Yes, this is so true. Kelsey often will talk to me about making sure that certain things are happening properly with the brides and their dresses and how we can make it a better experience. So you really are kind of holding their hand through the whole thing, whether or not they realize it. Do you have a favorite yes to the dress story working here?
I mean, there's been so many. I really can say I don't know how I've been so blessed. Like all of our brides have been great. Like I have no horror stories at all. And you know, we all are like watch Say Yes to the Dress and assume that that's what the bridal industry is like.
Yeah.
And it's not. Everybody's so happy to be here. So we've had so many amazing brides. I will say there was one bride I had and she didn't think, you know, she wasn't a dress girl. She wasn't so excited about the experience because she never really envisioned herself on that day. Like I could tell there wasn't like maybe confidence around the dress. And then we eventually found her one. I found her a fitted dress, which is what she did not want at all. But I was like, let's just try it on. And oh, it was so cute. I cried. She put it on and she cried and she was like, I didn't know I could feel this beautiful. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was just so nice to like make someone feel so good about themselves on their day. And like, you know, a lot of the times the girls are picking out their dresses themselves and they kind of know what they want, but like really guiding someone to be like, you should wear this, you know, and like, and you're gonna look so good in this. And then they put it on and they feel that too. It was so nice. And her wedding was, I saw the pictures and it was really nice to be a part of that moment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so special. I love that so much.
Yeah.
I mean, our generation especially grew up watching Say Yes to the Dress. So we have this very definitive vision of what we want this whole experience to be. And that can add a lot of pressure, but just kind of going through the steps and enjoying the process as much as you possibly can, staying positive, trusting the process. And I think you do a great job of helping them.
Thank you. I always tell the girls too, I'm like, most people don't cry. Like, don't wait for tears or anything. Like, you normally have so much adrenaline and you're just excited that like, if it just feels good, don't look back and look at iPhone photos. iPhone photos aren't doing you justice to like what dress you like the best. Like the way you feel inside is the most important.
That's so right. I mean, I see the photos all the time, ladies. You show me at the alterations appointments, which is totally fine. I do want to see what you're talking about. It's a good way to communicate, but don't go overboard going crazy over those photos and zooming in and comparing, the sample was one size, but your dress is a different size that fits you better, but it's just not going to look exactly like the sample. So I know that you can kind of go down a rabbit hole with that, but yes, just trusting the process through it all is very important. Another thing I want to say on that topic, having that moment of, like you want to cry and like this whole like grand, like say yes to the dress moment. If you're not feeling that, it's okay. You might feel that at your alterations appointment.
Yeah.
You might feel that once the dress fits, or you might feel that on the wedding day. And you might not even feel it on the wedding day. I'll give you an example. I made my own wedding dress and I never had that moment. I never went and picked out a dress. I never put the dress on and felt like, oh my God, this is my wedding dress. This is everything. Like have this like whole moment. I never had that. And I wanted that. And I thought I could still have that through the process of making my dress, but I just never felt that way. I'm like, okay, this is my dress. I put it on the wedding day. I'm like, okay, this is what I decided. This is great. I actually had that moment looking back at my wedding photos when I got them in. I was like, that's what I looked like. Oh my God, that's so cool. So don't worry, it'll all be okay. Ooh, are you ready for some rapid fire, Kelsey?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ball gown or sleek silhouette?
Ball gown now.
Ball gown. I'm a ball gown girl. Always was. Yeah. Always will be.
It's the one day you can wear something like that. The one day.
So right. Cathedral veil or statement hairpiece?
Cathedral veil. I just think like my photos with my veil were my favorite photos. Like it's the one day you can also wear a veil too. So looking back, I'm just like, oh, a veil does so much for your photos.
It really does. It really does. It adds a little movement, texture, everything. Minimalist chic or romantic detail?
I think minimal, even though I literally just went on a rant about how like minimalist is how
I'll always come back.
I'm a minimalist girl at heart. I think minimalist.
Yeah. I feel like you are too. Yeah. That's very much your style. One trend you secretly hope never goes away?
I think just like a classic A-line. Even though, again, that's not even what I chose, but like just like a simple classic A-line dress. Like I've never seen a girl look bad in that. I'm just like, it's
so true.
It looks so good. Like just like sleek, always fun on your wedding day when I see it. I'm like, perfect. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
That's it. One trend you could happily retire.
A mermaid.
Mermaid.
I'm done. I think maybe because like when I was in high school, that was the prom. Yes.
Yeah, that's so true.
Also, like you can't walk in it good. Like
there's a lot more fitting issues that can happen
for sure. And I mean, they can be really beautiful, but I'm just like,
yeah. You know who you are, the bootylicious ladies. You want that, and we want you to have that. Yes, very good. I'm gonna say one trend I would like to see retire: detachable everything.
Yeah.
From a seamstress perspective, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because it never looks as good as it would if it was just sewn in from the start. So
for sure. And that is huge right now. Just detach everything. Yeah. Have like 8 different looks.
It is so true. And it is kind of cool. I mean, I'm even watching in the alterations fitting room and I'm like, whoa, you have like a whole new dress all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like you can change this. Like you could have like 10 different combinations of how you could wear all this.
For sure.
I love it. But I don't love it from a sewing perspective. Yeah. It's not great. Things can like pop off on accident and all that. Okay, heels or chic flats for the big day?
I like a heel. I do. I mean, not too high. Like I always don't go too high and don't do too much of a stiletto. Like you will be. I remember I bought these Jimmy Choos for my wedding day and I was like, oh, this is the one day I'm going to wear it. Yeah. I was so miserable.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How high were those heels?
They were like 4 inches. Maybe? Okay. 3.5. I mean, the first like 2 hours I was fine. After that, I was like, get these off my feet. Really? Yeah. So I mean, do a heel because a heel is just fun, but like don't do it too high.
Be reasonable. Yeah, I did the Giants. I think I had like 5-inch stiletto heels on my wedding day, but they were $20 at DSW.
Amazing.
Budget was getting tight at that time. And I was like, these are cute. And I will suffer and I will not complain. And I didn't complain. I did change my shoes a couple times.
Yeah. I think towards the end, I was like, okay, it's time.
We're done. Yep. Okay, classic white dress or a pop of color?
I like a classic white. I mean, the Midwest brides do too.
We do. Sweetheart neckline or square neckline?
I like a square. I mean, a strap is underrated. A lot of girls don't go for it anymore, but I mean, like a good square is nice. I mean, straps are nice too, just for fit.
Seamstress here. I am a huge fan of straps.
Yes.
Okay, huge fan. This has been great, Kelsey. Do you have any just general advice for brides shopping for their wedding dress?
Have fun. Don't make it this whole stressful, over the top, planned out experience. We always tell our brides, like, it's supposed to be as effortless as saying yes to your fiance. Like, it's not supposed to be stressful. It's just supposed to like feel good and be fun and be with your friends. Don't listen to what anyone else says about like how many shops you need to go to, because how their process went, everybody's process is different. If you feel great in a dress and you know it's the one, I don't care if it's not here. Like, that's it. Like, end the,
just go get it.
Celebrate with your girls. Like, I've had so many girls where like, they're like, I just need to sleep on it for a couple of days. And then they come back by themselves and like pop the champagne by themselves when like the whole group was there that day, you know, and they kind of like talk themselves out of it because they're like, no, I need to like go to one more salon or do this or do that. And it's just like, if you know, you know. Yeah. And just enjoy it, celebrate, be done with it.
I love that. It's a scary thing to buy. I mean, wedding dresses are expensive and, you know, the whole process of like, oh my God, I'm spending money right now. But when you have that gut feeling that that's the dress, don't let your indecisiveness ruin any additional happiness you could have from that experience, like Kelsey was just saying. So I think, you know, you have a gut feeling, go with it, trust the process. It's so easy to be scrolling on social media and Pinterest and see all these other options like, oh my God, should I have done this? Should I have done that? But just head forward. You can do it.
Yes. Unfollow if you need to. I did. Or delete all the other options you tried on. Like, you made your decision, feel good about it. Like, you know, in the moment. And I know the 6 months you wait for your dress to come in, you stress the whole time, but you put that dress back on and pick up and you're like, yeah, like I knew myself best. So just trust the process, trust yourself.
So right. Yes. I think it's more challenging than ever to be a bride and go dress shopping with all the outside influences that we have, and hearing, you know, your friends that just got married and they have all this advice, and it's so easy to get so wrapped up into everything, but just don't compare yourself to others, and you're doing great.
Yes, exactly. You are decisive too. Women are decisive.
Yeah.
We are at the end of the day.
Yeah, we just get confused when you ask other people.
Yes, we're influence easy, but we are decisive.
Yes, so true. Do you have any other common questions people ask about alterations while they're in here that our listeners might enjoy hearing?
I mean, the most common is probably price point, which I would love to give you an answer about that. There's no way. There's no way.
Every dress is so different. Everyone's desires for what alterations they want are so different. But if you are having questions, just going right onto my website and kind of go in there acting like you're about to book a fitting, or just go to the bridal alterations page. And there are so many FAQs in there. So a lot of the questions that you could be asking are going to be right on my website. But what are some other ones?
Yeah, so price, and again, like your bustle could be different than someone else's, and it changes the price. Like, there's just no way to know that. I think they ask a lot of questions about fit. Will this be fine? Will this be fine? But I always just tell them, like, advocate for yourself. And I know you feel this way too. Like, don't be afraid to speak up.
Please. Yes, like, before the alterations are done.
Yes, for sure. Like, if you have a concern, like, raise it right then and there. Or like go in and tell them like what you're looking for. Like, you don't have to be scared of the process of alterations. That's what they're there for. And like, that's how you get your good fit, is if you talk it out. And I mean, I feel the same way about when I'm in appointments too. Like, if you don't like something, tell me. Like, you don't have to impress me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just be honest. We're here to help. Whatever part of the industry, like, we're here to help. So
I could not agree more. I think I speak for all the bridal shop consultants when I say, like, don't be afraid of us. Like, we're literally here to hold your hand and help you through this. How you see yourself as beautiful in the mirror is only up to yourself. So we want you to be as honest with us as possible so that we can help you get there a lot easier.
Yeah. I always tell my girls, I'm like, I didn't design all these dresses. Like, you can tell me you don't like one, like, on to the next. Like, let's not waste any time.
So right. Yeah. You don't go down a rabbit hole going down a whole different road.
Yeah.
You didn't need to. I agree with you. That's great. Fantastic. Okay. Where can listeners connect with Magnolia Laine and the White Magnolia? What's the website? What's the Instagram?
MagnoliaLaineBridal.com. You can book your appointment through there. There's a booking link for every location right on there. You'll just click on Detroit. Everything comes right to us. We always respond within like 24 hours, I would say. And you'll get a link to book too. So it's a really easy process for booking. Instagram is a great place to follow us. Our marketing team does an amazing job. You'll see not just dresses from us, but you'll see dresses from all the other locations. We do have Facebook. Magnolia Laine Bridal has a Facebook, but Instagram's got a lot more going on, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, Kelsey, I don't want to forget one question I forgot to ask you, which I ask all of my podcast guests, is what is your favorite item in your closet right now? It's like a general fashion question. What is something that you reach for and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited to put this on?
I feel like a really good blazer, especially with fall coming on. Such a good blazer. And then like any leather boot. I'm a boot girl, so I will wear it with anything. So those two items. I could do in any color, any variation and I will wear it for the rest of my life.
Yes, that is chic. I like that. Fantastic. Great. Kelsey, is there anything else you want to talk about or mention?
I don't think so. Did we get everything?
You know what I think would be fun?
Okay.
Do you want to go grab your favorite dress in the store right now and just show us?
I feel like this one is my favorite right now, right here.
Oh, right here?
On the mannequin.
Oh, good. Do you want to explain it to us maybe?
Yeah, sure. Okay, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier with like the new trends. Even bigger than this, like add a bunch of layers to make it a bigger ball gown, but the all lace, sheet lace, basque waist, a little bit of sparkle. Like this is everything for this season. And I'm so excited we got this in. It's already gotten so much like action.
I am actually obsessed with that too.
It's really pretty on.
You check all the boxes.
Exactly. That's
while still being like so clean.
Yes, for sure. So this is what I was talking about Market was all about. So you'll be seeing a lot of this.
I love it. I can already see things I'd want to like enforce and alterations.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, all over lace has been more of a trend now, right? Yeah. Oh, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. My first podcast.
I love it. I'm so excited for all the brides listening to this podcast now. When you come in for your dress appointments, you'll be ready to go and kind of understand how the process works. Yes. But of course, if you have any questions, you can always email.
Yeah, email, call. I'm here every day. So
cool.
You'll get me. I'll be here to answer.
Is this Kelsey from the podcast?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
So fun.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode has allowed you to approach the world with greater confidence in your own personal style. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out through email or the inquiry form on the website. I hope you are all ready to go and get dressed up. I look forward to sharing more dressing up tips with you in future episodes. Thanks so much.